You've landed yourself a spot on a pro staff team. What's next? Well, this is my take on what it takes and what you need to do to be a good staff member. So, number one, be yourself. If I can give you any advice on what to do, that is probably the number one. Just be yourself. Don't try so hard to be somebody that you're not. You don't come across as believable. People are not even going to buy into it, and there's a whole lot of people that are really trying to push and be somebody they're not. Just be you. Number two, be nice. Man, it sounds like a line out of the movie Roadhouse, right? Yeah, be nice. If you're on social media, it's very easy to get caught up on not being nice. There's a lot of people out there that's what I like to say is product bashing. Don't product bash. Just don't do it. If you see some people bad-mouthing about it, just stay away from it. Those people are infectious. There's a lot of people that like to, you'll see a post on Facebook, and then the next thing you know, it just starts going crazy because people are bashing products and talking about all the bad. If you want to be a good pro staffer and you want to get the attention of the company that you're staffing for, be nice and be positive about that product. Show all the good things about the product and why it is good and why this is a product that you need. To be constantly negative and bashing a product and saying this one's terrible and this one's junk and this one's no good, that's going to get you nowhere. People don't want to hear that. Be positive and showcase the product that you're talking about. Number three, know the product. Man, can't tell you how many times you see some people talking about it, or you ask somebody about a product and they're like, I think it's got this. If you don't know, tell the truth and say, I don't know, but I'm going to get back to you. But make it a point to know the product. Number four, we all hear the story, and I understand. I really, really do. I've got a full-time job aside from doing the stuff that I do with Pro Staff. It's a very, very difficult thing to juggle life and hobbies, kids, spouses, kids with ball games. If you got kids that are in school like mine are and they play ball, they play volleyball, basketball. I'm an umpire. I've been umpiring and refereeing basketball for a lot of years, not to mention a full-time job. And I get it, and everybody gets it. Life gets in the way. Life is busy. There's a lot going on, and believe me, everybody understands that. You don't have to justify yourself with what you're doing. Just be available and make a few seconds out of each day to do a little something, whether it's just liking a page or liking a post by your products, the companies that you're sponsored by or that you're staffing for. Just get on their page and just hit the like button. One little thing here and there, believe me, in the end, it all adds up. It might seem like something very small in the beginning, but as time progresses and the more consistent you are, and it will build, all of those likes and all of those shares and all those comments, you're just trying to help, that will add up, and believe me, people will notice. Number five, take a good photograph. This can be one of the most challenging things out there, and sometimes it's just the simplest thing that will make it so much better. You don't need a $4,000 camera to take a good picture. So in relating to pictures, most everybody has some type of smartphone. I mean, not everybody's got one, but there's a lot of smartphones out there. My number one best tip for taking a photograph while you're hunting or your products or whatever you do with your smartphone is this. Man, that right there. Take it from here and go here. Horizontally. It fills up the background. You capture more of the image you're trying to get. It creates a fuller image. One of the things that used to be cool, it's not so much cool anymore because we've kind of moved on. We've tried to get better. We've become better sportsmen, trying to promote the hunting industry. We've got a lot of anti-hunters out there that are attacking. One of those things that kind of feeds that fire is the dead deer in the back of the pickup truck. And you know the one I'm talking about. Got a guy standing on the side of the truck holding the rack. There's the tongues hanging out. There's blood dripping down off the side of the tailgate. Maybe he's holding a cigarette in his mouth. He's got a couple of empty beer cans and a bunch of trash in the bed of the truck. If you're going to staff for a company, we need good pictures. And the old pickup truck bed picture is not going to cut it anymore. So get a pick out in the field, out in the woods, you know, wherever it may be. Do it in your yard where there's grass, you know, kind of get it where there's no houses in the background, and try to take some good pictures, because lighting can be another issue. With lighting, I know sometimes we recover animals at night. Wait till the next morning to take those pics if you can. I mean, sometimes you hunt in warmer weather, you can't get that done. Understand. But if you can, wait and get those pictures in a great light, and you're going to have a whole lot better pictures. And it just pains me to see somebody standing there with a great big giant deer, a great picture, got a great backdrop, everything's good, and they got the gun laying across the deer pointing right at them. Man, that is terrible safety practices. Don't do that. If you're firearms deer hunting, point that muzzle in a safe direction. We've been taught that since we were kids. Don't ever point the muzzle of a weapon of something you're not intending to shoot. And we don't want gun barrels pointing at us, because that's one surefire way to get ripped apart on social media, is having a gun barrel pointing right at you. If you just shot a 180-inch buck, don't sit on his shoulders like you're getting ready to ride the bronc out of the chute. You know, sit next to it, sit beside it, sit behind it, hold it up, get a good backdrop. And another photography tip for you: smile. I know you've seen it. There's a lot of guys out there with pictures, and maybe you just drove that deer 5 miles over the hills and through the valleys, and you're exhausted. But you know what? You just harvested a great animal. Be happy about it. Smile. It's more believable. People will love the picture. How about the blood pick? The guy that takes the picture, and there it looks like there's been a war there behind him. I mean, there's so much blood all over the place. I mean, arrows do a lot of damage. Broadheads do a lot of damage to deer, elk, bear, whatever. We're going to have a lot of blood. It's going to be there. Take a handful of leaves, you have anything else, and wipe some blood off. Clean it up a little bit. Drag your animal just a little bit away from where this massive blood trail led up. You know, there's a time and a place for the bloody pictures. You know, to kind of show if you're showing what your broadhead's doing, or the shot placement or anything. I mean, there's a time and a place for it, but not every pick. You know, your prize trophy pick doesn't need to have all the blood in it. And finally, be proud of what you've harvested. I see a lot of posts and a lot of pictures. Guys will put up pictures and they're like, "Oh, sorry, it was, you know, just a spike buck or a forkhorn or whatever it is, or doe." If you've made the decision to harvest that animal, then you've put some thought, you put some preparation into that, and you know what? Be proud of that. You know what? Yes, this is my deer. This is what I harvested, and look at, I'm going to show everybody, and I'm going to take a good pic of it. I don't care what size it is. Nobody really cares. There's a lot of trophy hunters out there. I get it, but not everybody's a trophy hunter. All right, final thought, and this will probably be the most negative thing that you'll ever hear me say, and that is, not everybody that becomes a pro staff member for a company is going to get their own TV show and make millions of dollars. Not my rules. That's just the way it is. Be positive and have a good attitude toward it. Just understand going into it that this thing is not about money. It's about, for me anyway, it's about having fun. Get to play with some of the products that I like, that I use, that I think are good. That's why I promote them. I have a full-time job on the side, as many guys do. Most people are not going to make a living being on a pro staff. And yes, do we all have dreams? Yes. And do we all need to dream big? Yes, absolutely. I'm here to support. That's what pro staff members do. Support other pro staff members. Support other hunters, support the industry, and support hunters in general. That's just the easy part. Get out there and take some pics, have fun, shoot, go hunt, kill some animals, and send the pics out. And I promise you, those companies that have kind of stepped out and taken you in as a pro staffer, they are really going to appreciate just doing those kind of things. Just be who you are, be positive, take good pictures. I gave you some tips on how to take good photographs. Just go out there and enjoy it and have a good time, and you will see the benefits. So appreciate y'all sticking with me for this amount of time, and we'll see you on the next video.